What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? I apologize for the confusion with this Real Housewives of Dubai review. I have changed the time about 4 times, so my apologies for the confusion, but we are here now, and we are going to get into Tuesday night's episode, okay? Now, we are 22 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers on our sister channel, ReallyBTV Reviews. If you are not subscribed to that channel, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Listen, let's see if we can get them 22 people by the end of this episode. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So first of all, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get this thing off. Let's get to this episode. So, first of all, okay, we're here. Okay. And the camera's blurry. What's going on? Let's get this situation together. So let's get into this episode. So last week we had all right, here we go. We left off with, Chanel was mad at Sarah. We had Stansberry and Caroline and Talim and that whole situation. So first of all, before I get into the episode, I definitely, I already spoke on this on my tribe meeting, but I definitely wanted to speak on this again and extend my sincerest condolences to Caroline Brooks and her family. She let us know last week that her niece had been unalived and that she was going home. She said that she wouldn't be doing a lot of, social media right now for obvious reasons, although she did tweet about last night's episode. Now, I'm going to still have to speak on this episode, right? I mean, this was a year ago that this was done. And, I still have to speak on what we saw on the camera, but I did want to acknowledge that and speak on that. So we found out a little bit more about Miss Taline. We found out that last week, we didn't get this impression about her husband, right? Because I was wondering why she had to move to Dubai. She said she was a singer, she was an aspiring artist, and she had some success doing different things, but she met her husband, baby, and come to find out that her husband is like, his daddy was a contractor going back to like when Dubai was first transitioning. We found out last year about, what Dubai looked like and how Dubai transitioned. And his daddy was at the forefront of that. And so her husband actually, went to school. After he graduated, he went to live in Dubai and work for his dad. And like literally him and his dad have built like half of Dubai. I mean, golf courses, and they live on the Palm. The Palm is that very famous. It actually looks like a palm, right? Where it's like the man-built island, which of course Dubai is a desert, so it's all man-built. But it looks like an actual palm tree, and when you look at it, and they actually helped build that. They built golf courses. They built one of the palaces, and I'm just like, so your husband got money. Hell yeah, I'd have moved to Dubai and gave up my singing career. Duh. So we had this. We found out a little bit more about her. She's got 2 kids, and her husband, he seems cute, right? He was trying to get the girls dressed. Like, listen, it was cute, So Sarah shows up first. She invited Sarah and Brooks over for, some drinks on the balcony, honey. So she invites Sarah over, and let me say something about you, Miss Sarah. Sarah, Sarah plays at this self-righteous thing. Like, I don't buy it. And maybe this is who she really truly is, but I do not buy it. So let me give you an example. So before Brooks got there, Talim and Sarah were talking. And Talim told her point blank, listen, What kind of man are you looking for? I got some people in mind. I want to set you up. Sarah says, I've been going through my spiritual healing and I'm actually open to it. I'm open to meeting somebody. Like I haven't had the best luck, but hey, I'm looking to date. So then explain to me how we fast forward to the dinner party that Talim has at the end of this episode, and you act like you're so mortified that she's trying to introduce you to this guy. She literally told you she was going to do that. Literally. And I didn't remember, unless they edited it out, I don't remember you saying, no, I prefer to meet my guys on my own. No, I really don't want you to set me up. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't remember her saying none of that. I remember her going, okay, so who do you have in mind? Oh, wow. Well, he has to be spiritual. That's all I heard her saying. I heard her giving Talim her parameters on what she was looking for. Now, if I missed it, y'all tell me in the chat. Y'all say, nah, really, B, she said it. Then I'll believe y'all. I'll believe y'all. But I don't remember hearing it. But it's really coming off very pretentious. And I got that feeling from her last year, right? And I got it even more this episode. And then she was talking about, they were talking about the palm and how elite the palm is very expensive. It was very expensive real estate, and she was like, I would never live in the palm. Girl, weren't you the one last season that lived wasn't she the one that lived in that very famous building in Dubai? Wasn't that her? Wasn't that her? And if I'm wrong, because maybe it was the other lady that isn't on the show anymore, but I really feel like it was Sarah that lived in that famous, I don't remember the name of that particular building, but am I wrong? Y'all tell me if that wasn't Sarah. But girl, stop playing, like, for real. Again, it's that whole, I would never do that. Oh my gosh, like, that is so pretentious. That is so gauche. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's where the expats live, like, I'm above that. I don't know. Maybe because he wasn't cute. It was the other lady. Okay, thank you, El Michelle. Keep me honest, y'all. Now, keep me honest. It was the other lady. Okay, girl. I believe you because I can't remember to last season. I knew one of them lived in that building. But again, that just came off so like, yeah, I was born here. I didn't fly here. I was born here. You know what I mean? Like, girl, go sit down somewhere. And I believe she can afford to live on the palm. I don't think it's about that. It's just that whole, yeah, I don't have to live there to show how, show I have money and I'm this and I'm that. They live on the palm because they built it. Like, they helped build it. So, I mean, but anyway. So, while this is going on, the other ladies are meeting and having drinks. So you have Stansberry, Ayan, and Lisa. They're meeting up and they're having lunch. And y'all know how they do. Both of them are talking about each other, okay? So here is where I'm confusion. I need y'all to explain to me why Caroline Brooks is so mad at Stansberry. And it's not about the situation with Talim. It's got to be deeper than that. Because let me explain something to you guys. And maybe this is something I've learned over time. Because I used to be that person that if I feel like if you did my friend wrong, you did me wrong. And we moved together. You know what I'm saying? If I'm mad, if they did something to you, they did it to me. And me and you and me, we wanted to say, like, I used to be that person. But I have evolved in my life to be the person now that I'm like, listen, I can't be madder than you are. If somebody says something that offended my friend, that was offensive to me, I'm going to let them know, hey, that's my girl. I don't appreciate you saying that. It wasn't that serious. Like, that's my girl. And then I'm going to keep it moving, especially if I was cool with them. Now, last episode, Caroline Brooks was saying that her and Stansberry talk every day on the phone, that they're really good friends. So how do we go from hey, I talk to her every day on the phone, and she's one of my really closest friends, to I can't stand that bitch. Just because she made a comment about your friend who clearly was drunk, who clearly embarrassed herself, and maybe her skirt did, come up a little bit and people saw her woo-ha. Now, we all know that Stansbury has that British humor, so maybe it didn't come out as jovial. But I believe that Stansbury said something, but I also believe that Caroline is putting 20 on 10, because Lisa said the same thing. Lisa was like, listen, if Caroline Brooks said it, you better double check and check it. And then they showed clips from last season where Caroline took what somebody said, interpreted it in her head the way she thought it was or the way she wanted it to be, and then spit it back out. So I absolutely believe that that Stansbury said something, but do I think it was to the extent, because the story keeps changing. She keep adding to it. It's way too much going on. And I do think, Talene said, listen, me and Caroline have been friends for a long time. That shop is stressing her out. She's working all day and night. And I think, maybe that's just kind of what, she's doing more. She's drinking more than she normally does. Like, maybe that's what's really going on here. Maybe it's deeper, and that's where it's coming from, right? Brooks gives fake and putting on for the camera, and the alcohol is liquid courage. I'm gonna give you, listen, El Michelle, we're gonna come back to that, because I have a theory about some of this stuff that's going on with Brooks, as well as I do feel like some of this she's playing for the camera. Well, let me go ahead and say it now, because y'all know I'll forget, child. I think part of what's going on with Brooks is Brooks feels like, I brought my best friend on the show. We're gonna be the dynamic duo, and neither one, and I got some back. Right? I'm not by myself. I have my friend this year. I'm not out here by myself, defending myself and scrapping with these hoes. And I think that she felt like, I'm bringing them on the show. I'm bringing her on the show, and she should remain loyal to me. And it really bothers her that Talene is willing to put everything with Brooke, with Stansbury, and she's open to getting to know her, because that's not what Brooks wants. Brooks wants to be able to monopolize. She almost wants the Robin Dixon, Giselle Bryant type relationship, where it's me and you and me, and it's both of us against the rest of these hoes. And no matter what they try to do, they're not going to penetrate this. And I feel like that's what she wanted, right? She did not want Talene to try to build her own relationships with these women. She wanted to be able to control, well, I told you she doesn't like you. I told you she said this about you. You're supposed to just have this blind loyalty to me based off of what I told you. And Talene was like, listen, first of all, I want to get to know these women, because I understand reality TV and I know how the game is played, and I can't just be your friend. That's number one. Number two, it wasn't that serious. She said it. I was drunk. Maybe my woo-ha-ha did make a peekaboo appearance, but okay, that was weeks ago. We are moving on, and I'm really trying to get past it. But Brooks, and now Brooks is like, well, damn. Here I was ready to go 10 rounds, and you done waved the white flag after round one. I think it's a combination of those things. Right, Kevin, me and you agree. Caroline Brooks is territorial and does not want Talene to build relationships with the other lady. Yeah, see, me and you, we don't always agree, Kevin, but on this one, we right there. So then we saw where Ayan and Brooks, Brooks and Lisa and Ayan are basically saying the same thing. Like, we don't understand where this came from. Like, this was just a whole lot, and she just putting 20 on 10. Now, we saw Ayan getting her beauty brand together. We know she came out with a beauty line. I have not purchased any of Ayan's beauty products. I might have to go to her website and buy something. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I might have to go to her website and pick something up. Maybe I'll pick up like a lipstick or something. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to a foundation, but maybe I'll get a lipstick or a primer or something like that, or eyeshadow, and see how I feel about it. But it looks like she did it the right way. It looks like she's got a team. She's partnered with a celebrity makeup artist. She has her husband handling the business side and the financing. So it looks like this isn't just a reality star who said, okay, I'm going to sell some eyeshadow and some lipstick on, you know, Instagram shop and make a few dollars just to say I have a product for the show. It looks like she really, she only has eyes. See, now I was getting ready to give, see, Quake, I was getting ready to give her a whole, I was getting ready to give her some credit. Now I got to take it back. I was getting ready to say, it looks like she really did some research and da-da-da-da. But you know what? I can't be mad because let me say this too. Everybody can't come out with a full line, right? You should go piece by piece and build it up. You can't come out with everything at one time. Most people don't have that kind of capital and that kind of backing to just create a whole makeup line. So maybe she's doing a piece by piece and letting it build. And I'm okay with that too. So Quake says she only has eyes. She has lashes and eyeshadow stuff. Okay, well, I might buy some eyeshadow. Y'all know I love a good eye when I do my makeup. I love a good eye. Maybe I order some eyeshadow. Okay. All right. So, but I think I think Ayan looks beautiful with that short hair. I love that short hair on her. I thought it was giving me very like Grace Jones, 1980s. Like I was loving it. I was really, really loving that look with the camouflage and everything. I was here for it. She said that she wants to write a letter to Sarah because she realized after she calmed down that she said some things that weren't really nice and she wants to apologize to Sarah. Her husband is like, yes, I think that's a great idea. And she does, and her husband actually helps her write the letter, child. Not every Hue Beauty. Ooh, yes, like every Hue Beauty child. Okay. Now over to the Lisa household, we find out that her mama is coming for a visit. Her and her mom are really close. She said her mother even changed the shift she worked at the hospital when she moved to Dubai so they could still talk every day. Her mother works the night shift now so they could be on the same timing so that they could still talk every day. Ayan has more stuff on her site than GNA, so she's still winning. Well, listen, I mean, I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to say that ain't hard because GNA still got fucking Christmas shit on their website. The last time I checked, which was about what? A couple of weeks ago, they still had Christmas stuff on their website. So, I mean, that's a low bar, but I'm going to give you that, DeMille. I'm going to give you that. But Lisa's mom is coming to visit and they want to try to get her to move to Dubai. Because she said, when I married my husband, he said we were only staying here for 2 years and it's been almost 10 years. And basically she was like, at this point, this is home for me. I don't want to go back to Miami. So now I got to convince my mama to move here. And honestly, my mama liked my husband, but that's the only thing about my husband she don't like is that she feel like he feels like she feels like he took me away, which, you know, I guess technically he did. That's a big jump. And I mean, the husband was like, we'll get her own apartment, you know what I mean? So she won't be living with us, basically. But so she'll have her independence, aka, so she won't be living with us. But I mean, I think that's a great offer. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a really nice offer. However, that is a lot. That's a lot. But she said she does miss her, you know, her grandkids and all that good stuff. Later on in the episode, we see her mama land. They meet her at the airport. The boys are dressed alike. They got little signs and stuff. That's real cute. Okay. Now, Ayan meets with Sarah and she reads Sarah the letter and she does apologize for going so low. But she was just explaining how it just was really hurtful. She was going through a lot and it was really hurtful. Sarah said that she said that once she understood how Ayan took what she said, she felt bad because she didn't want her to interpret what she said the way it was interpreted. Although I need y'all to pay attention to how people say stuff. Sarah still mean what she said. She just is not happy that Ayan interpreted it the way she interpreted it. I need y'all to understand that she meant what she said. But I still stand by what I said last week, and I understand what Sarah was saying as well. I understood the point she was making. Now, do I still think that was a soundbite that was blown up out of proportion? I do. I don't think I really do, because I know how people take stuff and they create a sound bite for clicks and views, right? I do this for a living. I'm not that great at it, but I do. I'm on YouTube, and people have to create, because we're all reporting on the same thing. So all of us have to figure out a way to say it, to do the thumbnail, to do the title that's gonna make somebody click on our video before the next person's video, right? I live in that world. I do not think Sarah, and I know I just got finished giving Sarah the business, but y'all know I can take situations one situation at a time. And in this situation, I do not think that Sarah meant it the way it was interpreted. Okay, moving forward. So she gave her an angel. They made up until probably next episode. So we're down at the glass house, and shit is still falling apart, child. Ayan plays willfully obtuse, yet plays victim. Exactly. And let me tell you something. That's why I understood exactly what Sarah was saying, because I didn't disagree with what Sarah was saying. Like, yes, what happened to you was horrible. And it's something that a lot of people in your culture do not speak up about. And so I'm sure you got a lot of backlash. I'm sure you got a lot of pushback from your community and all of that. However, that is not the reason why you act the way you act in every situation. And I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to allow that to be your reason. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Talim comes down to the glass house so they can get some mani-pedis with her baby girl. It was really cute. But baby, that glass house is shattering. Every time they show a clip, it's something going on with that glass house, okay? This time, the sink was leaking, and it was too many. They were overstaffed. See, what happens when you're overstaffed means you're paying more people than you have customers for. That means that you send some people home. I've worked retail, and baby, let me tell you something. I have worked retail, and I have worked somewhere where they have overstaffed, and they will send people home. Now, usually, they'll send the people home that they ain't want there to begin with. Sometimes they'll send the people home that they're like, listen, you've been working really hard. I'm going to go ahead and let you go home a little bit early tonight. We got too many people here. But that is how that works. If you got too many people there, you send some people home. But let me tell you something else. That's not a good look that you are overstaffed. Because what that says is that the shop ain't full. Now, I think that the business is going well. Don't get me wrong. I think that they probably have their good weeks and their bad weeks, but that's very interesting that it wasn't full. Okay. Hey, thank you, DM Rocks. Thank you for the super chat. It says, hey, Brooks does not drink anymore because she becomes abusive and angry and yells at people. Well, that's good. I'm glad that she stopped drinking. So is that something you might not know, but I hope if that's not something we see this season, maybe that'll be her next season storyline. It makes sense that Ayan and Uba are cousins, both give the same extra energy. Listen, Kevin, I said that last season. I said that when I was reviewing the Real Housewives of New York reboot. Somebody told me that they were cousins, and I said it all makes sense, because you're right. They both give that extra over-the-top energy. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. They both give that same doing too much when the least will do energy. Absolutely, they do. And it's almost, I don't know how much of it is genuinely a part of their personality, or did Ayan call her cousin and say, hey, girl, it worked for me. See if it'll work for you. I don't know. So, I'm trying to remember. Oh, so we find out that Talim is having a little get together at her house. Her parents are in town. We found out that her dad is an attorney, and he has a law office in Abu Dhabi and in Washington, D.C., and that, they live basically by country, because that ain't by coastal, child. That's by country. They live, basically on both ends of the spectrum. And so they're having like a little, dinner party, cocktail hour situation. And Brooks is pissed off that Talim is inviting Stansberry. And Caroline, and again, the venom, I didn't understand. I hate that bitch. I can't stand that bitch. blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all of this cannot be coming from her making that one little comment about, and again, maybe it was more than one comment, but my thing is this: when she told you she was good, then that just needed to be it. But she just was like, I mean, if it were me, and I wouldn't, but whatever, okay. And then my thing is, you didn't have to come to the party. Like, if you were going to come to the party and just be stank, baby, you didn't have to come. Now, I know why she came. She came because she was going to stake her claim. You notice how she came in and she was speaking to her mom by her mom's nickname or first name. And she was letting it be known that she was the best friend. She was letting it be known that, listen, I belong here. I know these people, okay? They know me and I know them and we know each other, right? That's why she showed up. But, baby, it was unnecessary because if you was going to show up just to be a bitch, you could have stayed home. But neither here nor there. Like I said, Brooks shows up with her brother. Ayan shows up. And Stansberry shows up. Oh, Stansberry still ain't moved in her house yet. And Sergio is jealous of her. I'm sorry, this is the scene that I missed before we get to the dinner party. And Sergio is jealous because she's going on a trip with her ex-husband to the United States to bring their daughter on a college tour. And he's upset about it and insecure about it. And it's just stupid. And hopefully they be moving in their house soon. Okay. So, Kevin, I don't know that reference because I've never seen that movie. So I don't know the reference. You said Caroline Brooks is the Regina George of Real Housewives of Dubai. I don't know the reference. I mean, I know who Regina George is because isn't that from the movie Mean Girls? But I've never seen Mean Girls, so I don't know. I mean, you just call it Caroline Brooks a Mean Girl. I could give you that. I think this episode she was definitely being a mean girl. I can say that she was definitely being a mean girl and unnecessarily so. So. Yeah, Sergio, but I ain't like him last year. And in my opinion, I think Caroline found her a boy toy and he wouldn't go home. Because I don't think Caroline could care less about this marriage. I think it was something to do. Do I think she enjoys Sergio? To an extent, I do. But I think he was the plaything that just wouldn't go home. I'm sure that she has an ironclad prenup. And it is what it is. I mean, they may stay together for 10 years. They may stay together for 2 years. I don't know, but I really feel like she could care less about whether this marriage really works or not. But I think her personality seems like the kind of person that's like, okay, if it works, that's great. If it doesn't, I'll get a divorce and I'll move on. Like, I don't feel like I don't feel like it's that serious for her. I mean, you know how like these society women that be married 5 or 6 times, they clearly don't take marriage that serious because they done got married 5 or 6 times. I feel like Stansberry is one of those women. Like, I don't feel like Sergio's going to be her last husband. But I think she's just going to marry another version of Sergio. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just think that's what it is. But anyway, I did not like Sergio last season either. He is beyond annoying. Yeah, he's definitely annoying. And my thing is, if your wife is annoyed by you, what you want me to do with him? Because I feel like every scene we see Sergio and Stansberry, child, y'all know who I'm talking about. Baby, he is annoying her. Sergio is also exhausting, and he wants a baby. Good luck to Caroline. Baby, I do not believe Caroline is ever gonna have a baby for that man. Now, the closest I can see is them agreeing to a surrogate. But I don't even think she's interested in that. And why should she? Listen, her kids are grown. They are on their way out of the nest. Why would she want to start over? But again, Sergio was very clear that he wanted a baby before you married him. So you can't be mad at him for wanting a baby because he was clear about that. He let it be known that that's what he wanted. Okay? So as the party goes on, Caroline gets drunker and drunker. And the drunker she gets, the more she wants to lay down her gauntlet and her claim to her best friend. So she's getting loud. She's making comments about Stansberry, and I mean, she's making little nasty comments. And Stansberry, to her credit, really was keeping her cool and was like, listen, I'm not even understanding what all this energy is about. But listen, I don't need all this. And Talim tried to like thwart the situation and tried to, play interference to the situation. Finally, they take them outside to talk. Sarah, because Sarah was there too. Because this when they tried to set Sarah up. Now, somebody earlier said maybe Sarah reacted like that because the guy wasn't attractive. I mean, that could be a reason. I mean, that could be a factor. I believe Caroline's daughter isn't feeling Sergio either because, that's the part I missed. Caroline's daughter was like, Sergio can't come. Sergio cannot come on this trip. She's probably embarrassed by him. But yeah, either she's not feeling him or she's embarrassed by him, or maybe she just don't want that weird energy with her mom, Sergio, and her dad. Like, but I agree. I feel like maybe it's not one big happy family like we're led to believe. Honestly, I believe that. Because like, where are the kids right now while they're basically homeless waiting for this house to be built? Are the kids living with the daddy? Wait a minute. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. What you need the link for? I didn't drop the link. What you need the link for? How you gonna say, hey, Really B, this is TC, when your name say TC? Then DM me. What's going on? TC, you can send me a message on Instagram, baby. I don't know what's going on. I don't need to send me a message on Instagram. Let me know if something's going on, please. It says very important. I don't have Instagram. Well, what's your email? I'll email you my phone number because I don't know what's going on, and I'm talking about the Real Housewives of Dubai, and I don't want to sideline that. So I can send you. I'll put my email in the chat, and you can email me, and I'll call you, or you could call me. Hold on. You got me nervous now. I'm almost done with my review. So email me your phone number or just email me and I can send you my phone number and I'll give you a call. Now you got me nervous. Okay. I wouldn't want Sergio going with me. Child, like I said, he that would make me. Yeah. Sergio he wouldn't be able to come with me. Yes, it's important. Okay. Yeah, there's my email. Email me, and like I said, I'm almost done. I'm probably getting off of here in about another 10 minutes. I'm almost done. No, I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't, TC. I know you wouldn't, but that's why I said I don't. I tell you what. If you give me about 10 minutes, I'll give you the link, and we can just talk backstage when I end my live. I can do that. So give me about 10 minutes, and we can do that. Because you got me nervous now. I don't know what's going on. I mean, we have somebody in common, and I hope it's not something dealing with that. So give me about 10 minutes. I'm literally at the end. So if you hold, okay. You said, okay, cool. Yeah, give me about 10 minutes, and then I'll drop the link, and you can just come up at the end. Okay. All right. Thanks, babe. So we're at the party. So they finally take them outside for them to have this conversation. And we find out that Lisa was like, Stansberry was like, you told Talim that I didn't like her, or I didn't want to be friends with her or whatever. And Caroline was like, what? I said that? So then she goes and she gets the goes and gets Talim, and Talim was like, well, yeah, that's what you told me. And she was like, well, because that's what she said. And I was like, wait, what? But baby, she was so drunk. She was slurring her words. She was nodding off during the conversation to the point where Stansberry was like, listen, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not getting ready to sit here and try to have this conversation. This woman can't even finish a thought. Her eyes are heavy. She nodding off. And it really wasn't a good look. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's clear that Brooks is getting the alcoholic edit. She's definitely getting the she's got a problem edit. And I guess they're going to play up that the business is just overwhelming and she just got too much going on. That's clearly the edit that she's getting this season. And DM said earlier in the episode that she said she's not drinking anymore because she gets violent and she, you know, because she's a nasty drunk. She's definitely getting the mean girl edit, the I'm drunk edit. Yeah, she's definitely getting that. So I was just like, and the fact that her friend was like, girl, even Talene was like, I need you to chill out. Like, we're good. Me and Stansberry are good. You know, Ayan tried to come out there and tried to smooth it out. Sarah, even though Sarah said she didn't want to have nothing to do with it, she even came back out there. But when it was all over said and done, baby, Stansberry picked up her purse and she went home because she said, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm not doing this. So yeah, that was the episode, you guys. Again, I'm so far I'm okay with the season. You know, the second episode was cool. I don't want us to get caught up because I think that the conflict that Caroline Brooks is having with Stansberry is a real one from the point of view of, even though we're all adults, we deal with this conflict of my friends becoming friends with people, and when I get mad at them, you know, that whole when I'm mad at them, you supposed to be mad at them, and all that. That's real. I mean, is it stupid? Yes, but we see it happen, and adults do it all the time, especially women. I don't know what we're going with Lisa and this whole her mother moving. I don't know where that's going. Ayan and her makeup line, that's a legit storyline, right? Depending on how far they're going to go with that. I don't know where we're going with Sarah. But we'll deal with that, child. So anyway, that was pretty much the episode, you guys. I'm going to drop the link, but it's only for TC. Please, you guys, it is only for TC. And I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. And again, I'm sorry for the confusion of the times, you guys. I forgot they had changed the time to from Sunday night to Tuesday, and then I was going to do the live earlier today, but then we ended up doing a teacher project. It was just a lot, so I apologize for that. But thank you guys for being there for that. And again, that link is for TC, and I'm going to go ahead and end the live now. Thank you guys. Mwah. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.